let's talk about this upcoming concert in Brazil. We are waiting for so long. And how excited are you to finally perform here for the first time?
I I was just saying to someone else, like, I know every artist is like, I'm so excited, but every artist that I know, like, if they talk about where their most favorite concert that they did was, it's always South America, always Brazil. Like, I don't know what it is about the people there, and I don't know what to expect, but it's like people are so, I think it's because I feel like everyone in Brazil that loves music, it's so interactive. And I think we're not all used to that. And so just to hear people like singing the guitar riffs to your songs and stuff, I can only dream about what that's like. I don't want to have high expectations that the people watching even know my band because they're there to see Bring Me the Horizon. But like a part of me in the back of my mind is like, what if they do that for us? What if they sing along with us and dance and have fun with us? I hope that happens.
I think they know SPIRITBOX.
I never know what to expect because everything is new. Like every time I go to this place, it's the first time, or I play this show, it's the first time. So it's always, and like I said, I want to be confident about it, but I feel like it's always in the back of my head. You're always like, what if nobody shows up? You know?
Yeah, and of course, you don't. It's not the best option to create expectations, but I know very. I have lots of friends that are going specifically because of Spirit Box because it's the only concert here in Brazil. Some people know Spirit Box. I can guarantee it to you.
Wow, that's so cool. I like either way, I'll have an amazing time because I love all of Bring Me the Horizons fans and Motionless and White and Plot and You. So I know it's going to be really fun and it's going to be a very amazing mix of people.
Yeah, and what can fans expect from the set list? Is there a chance that we'll have songs from the new album premiered here besides Soft Spine?
We will play Perfect Soul for the first time. And I'm so excited because we've been practicing so much because we want this to be really great experience for everybody who's waited so long to see us. Um, and I'm so excited to play this song. It's so fun to play live. We at practice, we are so happy when we play it. So we want to play that, and then we want to play Blessed Be because we don't really play that one anymore. And every time, because it's a long song and we're usually an opening band, so we don't have a lot of, we only have 30 minutes to play. But at the Brazil show, they gave us an hour to play, so we can play like usually we're having to go, ooh, what should we cut from the set? And now we get to play all of our favorite songs to play. So we're excited.
Oh, that's good news. And like you said, you're playing with Remy the Horizon, Motionless in White, and The Platinum. I know Spirit Box has toured with Remy the Horizon before, and you even sang during a special show of theirs like 2 years ago. So what can
Yes.
you say about them, about Bring Me the Horizon and the other bands as well?
Well, Plot and You, my first ever US tour with my old band, I wrestled a bear once. The Plot and You was our opening band. And so my first ever US tour was I think it was our first ever US tour. It was with the Plot and You. And so I've known those guys since 2012. So I'm excited to see them again because they're a really good band. And I think they're a very underrated band. And I think if you listen to them, you would find that they really influence a lot of modern metal bands and they don't get credit for it. And then Motionless in White, amazing band. I've also known them since 2012. Like none of us know each other very well, but that's when I met them on Warped Tour in 2012. And they are so good live. I think I would say that they are the best sounding band in our world. If I had to choose one band that had the best sounding front of house, it's them. They are the one to beat. And then Bring Me the Horizon, I I will say like getting to play shows with them last summer and getting to play like seeing them behind the scenes and seeing them prepare like playing these big arenas and stuff. I always tell people that it is so validating to me because sometimes me and my bandmates feel like we're really like too intense about things going well and like too critical and just too too intense about like this thing being perfect and being perfectionist until I did shows with them. And I realized that like we're not crazy and intense. We just want to put on the best show because that's how they are. Every little thing, every little aspect of their show, they want it to be perfect. I watch them like watching the video in this big arena in Paris and being like, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. And changing it that day, like the day of the show, because they knew that they could be better. And so that's very validating to me as an artist that I'm not being, hypercritical and a tyrant and a perfectionist in a bad way. I've strived to be like that band and care that much about my live show for my fans. So they're very inspiring to me as musicians.
That's amazing. And there's also an interesting fact about this show, which is this will be the Bring Me the Horizon's first time headlining a stadium concert at all. They said that. In
Yes.
Brazil, it's not common to have stadium shows with rock bands formed in this century. The fans here are feeling like it's a victory, a recognition, even if belated, for bands from the same generation. Not only Bring Me the Horizon, but you and Motionless in White as well. Do special situations like this also bring you a sense of victory or recognition or anything like that to you? Or is it just like another day at work?
I just never think about it that I have anything to do with it. I think about it as a victory and an acknowledgement for Bring Me the Horizon because they've been a band for, I think, over 20 years and they've worked harder than any other band and they've influenced our genre of music more than any other modern band. Um, and they're so creative that and they don't compromise their sound. They change and do whatever they want. And I just look at it like this band deserves it. I don't look at it like myself as myself to contributing. I look at it like Bring Me the Horizon. They headline Download, and that was such a huge statement that a younger band did that. And now playing this massive show in Brazil, it's just like to me, I it's just so inspirational that maybe one day I could be like them. And and I just think they have so much um like the fact that they knew that they could put that show on sale and it would do well is just gotta be such an incredible achievement for them. So I just look to them. I am so thankful that they're asking us to play this historic show with them.
That's incredible. And I had briefly mentioned the new album, but now I'd like to talk a little about it because, of course, I can't wait to hear it. And although you have released several EPs and singles, Tsunami Sea will only be your second full album. First of all, how excited are you for this release?
I wish that it was coming out next week. Like I want to play these songs so badly. I want to play these songs live for our fans. I want them to hear these songs. And it feels very far away, but it's for the best because now it's my job to make sure that as many people as possible hear the songs. And it's my job now to be the ambassador for these songs. So it is good that it's gonna come out like pretty far in the future for me. March 7th feels very far away.
I agree with you. But do you believe Tsunami Sea is maybe a continuation of The Fear of Fear, or are there new elements that you explore in this new album?
Everything is always like everything is connected together in our band. Like even if we don't market our albums like this, but they're all concept albums and they all tie into one another. I'm always just like building upon what I did before. And it's important to me that I don't like market it like that. I just like to show it instead of telling our fans this is a concept album. I would just like them to discover that for themselves. And so it's a continuation of Fear, but it's also like we look at it like the sister to Eternal Blue. And it's very different than Eternal Blue, but they both feel like a very big part of, my identity as a person. So like lyrically, and thematically. So I don't want to say it like it's a rehash of our old music, but it's like it is the sister, the grown up like sister with musicians that instead of being scared and like not confident and trying to do this, after we work 9 to 5 jobs and on the weekends, and during work, and then recording it in a kitchen in Joshua Tree in the desert, this is now somebody that we have the privilege of like doing this as our jobs, and we take it so seriously. It's not a casual thing at all. So it's just like what could be now that we are living our dream lives and we get to fully commit every minute of our lives to creating music.
That's amazing. And you're also up for a Grammy again for the Best Metal Performance Award with Cellar Door. I know winning is really cool, of course, but the fact that you're nominated must be an honor in itself. So, how cool is it for you to have this recognition in the mainstream specifically and being nominated again?
I can't believe it. I'm so excited. And I was so surprised last year when we were nominated. To be nominated again off the same body of work is such an honor. But I will say the thing that makes this one different to me is that usually, historically, it's like all tradition, like legacy bands, the biggest bands in the world, and then maybe one small band, maybe. But this time, instead of just us as the small band, us and Knocked Loose and Poppy, we're both of us, like two of the five bands are younger bands. And we have Gojira, who had like the greatest metal performance of all time at the Olympics, as well in there, which is so cool. But I'm so inspired that both of us and Knocked Loose and Poppy are nominated because I've never seen that before where two newer bands both got in there. So I think we're both like really excited for each other. And if we don't win, I would love for them to win. Because since this award has ever existed, this award, the first year was when I was born in 1989. There was one year where Lizzie Hale and Hailstorm won when it was the Hard Rock and Metal Grammy, but no woman has ever won the Best Metal Performance Grammy since it came out in 1989. And I think about that every year. I'm like, I'm almost 36 years old. 36 years, a woman's never won. And now there's more chances than ever for a woman to win. So I'm really excited. I hope that we win. I hope that Knocked Loose and Poppy wins. Or if Gojira wins, there's a woman who's an opera singer on that song. So there's like 3 out of 5 chances for that glass ceiling to finally shatter.